future. And there's so much to deal with this, Steve.
So much to deal with. As we are going to see where we are going. We have seen Streakz overcome this matchup before, but Mazebeans is a different beast entirely compared to Los Bolos. So we're going to see what we can do right now.
See, Mazebeans knows what he needs. It's one jab. That's all it takes.
One jab is all it takes. As Streakz actually playing very well right now. I like the forward tilt as well, just kind of as a get-off-me move, but also just forcing him into a position where he can use a burst option. Unfortunately, we do have got to deal with that. Breaks the wooden sword, forced very, very low, making it back, but the tech is perfect. Good stuff, as we are just trying to find a way off right now.
So much just happened right there.
There was so much.
So much. You know, I was holding my breath with the jabs hit. So scary.
It's true. Oh, jab lock. Great stuff.
Puts an extra jab on it just because why not, you know? For the extra damage. And a little bit of sauce on it. And
like, I love the term opening gambit, but unironically, that's what that was. There was no tools on deck. Using that, Mazebeans...
You're not allowed to talk, bro.
Hold on. Okay. I was going to say, Mazebeans just went full force, like, I will break my sword for a chance of killing you, does it, and then dies for it.
Yeah.
However, Streakz lets his guard down, is taken about, and now we've got stone on deck, all right? You've survived the wood. Are you going to survive this there, fella? As, a little bit of a rock, paper, scissors scenario right there. Able to avoid, gets the up tilt. Good option right there. Destroys both the block and catches the Steve. As we send them up. No tech scenario.
I've seen a lot of up tilts from Streakz recently. I don't know if it's in all sets I've seen him play. It seems to be a good call-out option, but instead the S-Smash calling him out, putting him off stage. You don't want to be him, but again, the aggressive fair, keep him in check.
And I don't think Mazebeans expected him to jump there. But nobody's jumping that high. Streakz said, let me help you with that.
Taking him off the top on that platform as well. Like I said, the up smash reaches quite high. Might surprise a few people. That's why he likes a small battlefield, you know, for the platform height.
Yeah, it certainly does, all right. Quite low on resources is our dear Mazebeans, but that iron is filling up very, very quickly. Streakz, honestly, that's the thing. Streakz is getting more and more sort of like happy to allow Steves to mine back there.
For sure.
Because screw it, like they're going to get it anyway, right? You might as well just wait for the opportunity because Fox is not a touch of death character, of course, but hey, looks like Streakz did not get the memo.
The eyes in on the up throw, survives it. The one dunk doesn't get the up smash instead, and again, he's going to build the lead even more. One up air.
We're not going to see a second right there. The minecart just catching the back of his neck.
He wanted to up air Steve through the minecart, but that move is super armor, bro. Can't do it so safely. And again, looking for the diamond jabs. He will die.
Certainly can't. Got to watch out right now. Just fishing. There's a shark in the water, and there's just no way Fox can really attack without getting too aggressive. Gonna catch the minecart. Can we see it?
I love that. Reflects the minecart, catches him, and it keeps him trapped. Is able to actually be the hunter this time.
Yeah. This ain't no caged animal, but he is unleashed. Streakz taking the first game of this set against Mazebeans. And this is super interesting because Streakz looked, you know, that was obviously a close game.
Yeah.
I say close, Streakz was like 0, but that does not mean he was not in danger of dying.
That's close, bro.
Right? That is close.
That is close.
But, you know, Streakz seems to have learned a lot from his very close bout with Gaia. Or should I say Los Olos.
Yeah.
And the thing is there, I feel like Los Olos was building a lot more, and that's where Streakz was struggling. Because Streakz obviously wants to sort of just dance around, find a way in, maneuver, but when you build this McDonald's play place that he has to crawl and scramble through, like, that's where you neuter him. And it looks like Mazebeans has just decided, you know what? I'll fight you on my terms.
The
all right,
Banjo
no
pick
Steve.
is interesting because I believe Al BB's a really good Banjo, has a very, very good record with the Banjo. So even though the matchup might not be exactly the best for Banjo, there's just something about it that the Streakz just doesn't agree with. And I do understand Mazebeans did used to play Banjo before, so he's no slouch with this character, just has to see what he can do with it.
Yeah, let's find out. Streakz obviously was not expecting this at all. I can't imagine he even thought this was going to happen, but what can I say? This is someone who adapts, this is someone who downloads.
Yep.
So we're going to see what this Banjo could do. All right, it's an old game, it's probably like, what, like 32 megabytes?
Oh,
so
yeah.
that's probably a quick download for Streakz.
Doesn't matter, the character does not matter, the weight doesn't matter. What actually matters is that net up smash, the old reliable for sure, the old faithful, coming in to work. But that Wonder Wing, that's one wasted.
That's true. Let's see a good option there. Those grenades kind of just building like a little diagonal wall, so it does just keep Streakz out a little bit, but obviously you need time to set it up, and time is something that Streakz decides on his own terms right there.
That down tilt, nasty angle.
Awful angle.
I'm curious why he keeps going for the down smash on ledge. I feel like the down tilt seems to be working even better, but Streakz building the damage, not dead yet, just gonna use the egg grenade against him.
Oh, good stuff right there. That tilt, just such a good follow option for a cross-up.
You see Mazebeans a little bit scared of shield, but the up smash, I believe it's like frame 9, frame 10, very fast out of shield, to kind of catch any unsafe landing.
Yeah, very good for catching jumps as well. Just an all-encompassing anti-Fox tool right there. As great movement with the get grenade. I really like Streak's use of items right here. And you can tell, you were saying earlier, Streakz does a lot of like very interesting grinding in the sense they'll do a lot of like mirror matches, or they'll do a lot of like kind of silly smash, like not casuals, but like, a lot of weird stuff. And so a lot of that carries over.
There's one thing about Streakz I know, he loves FFAs. He's a free-for-all guy.
Oh, yeah.
He loves them. And he plays a lot of characters, too. So you'd be surprised on the knowledge he knows of a lot of characters. Showing it right now. The Banjo matchup, not putting into work against him right now. He's looking comfortable.
Yeah, certainly is right now. It was a close opening, close sort of opening 2 stocks, but looks like Streakz is starting to overcome right now. Could easily find a kill as the bomb recovery. Gonna take a little while. Take your time there, sir. As I wouldn't catch it with the shine just yet.
And I love that he's able to go for the one wings off stage and kind of come back with his own, bomb recovery. Mazebeans kind of, put anything out he can, the whole arsenal, but it doesn't seem to be mattering right now. Look at the damage, Nut Roast.
Oh, look at that!
Just kick to the shins. I know those shins are aching right now. A lot of bruises.
Yeah, right. The Fox and the Bear battling it out. All right, wild animals here on Final Destination as the tilt finally takes it. 68 on Mazebeans. It's not unwinnable, but that is a missed tech into death if Mazebeans is not careful. As the shine comes through, almost very crisp.
And the ledge trapping, how do you deal with it? It doesn't seem like the difference between Banjo and Steve is, I feel like Steve has a lot more ledge options to kind of get back to center stage. Banjo kind of limited. That sour spot smash not helping right there, but still in a really good position.
Definitely. A little bit of shield tilt coming out, just waiting, not going to force anything. Just waiting. There it is.
The bait, Nut Roast. You see the bait run there? Quick back into the shield, runs out, waits for the panic option, runs back in and gets rid of them.
Good stuff. I do like the switch from Mazebeans. It actually worked out like, I thought it actually was a lot closer than I thought it would be.
Of course.
Because, like you said, Mazebeans is very good with this character.
Yeah, for sure.
I imagine we're going to go back to Steve, though. I can only think.
I believe he'd go back to Steve now.
Yeah. Maybe giving Streakz a frame 1 combo breaker was not a good idea in terms of giving him a grenade every 3 seconds.
Well, I feel like Reflector's always going to help in these matchups, and when you're throwing out minecart willy-nilly, not exactly the biggest risk as opposed to throwing out eggs and the egg grenades that get yourself blown up. The minecart might come back and reflect and trap you, but you can kind of jump over that. The egg reflects quite quicker than normal, and I don't think Mazebeans kind of able to react to that as best as he could.
So I get a little bit of a music mix-up. I do believe Mazebeans is a connoisseur of fine music, so good to see. Good to see the Soldier picking some good tunes. But looks like we are going back to the Steve.
Yeah,
Streakz going to have to battle once again. And to be honest, there was not a lot of time for Mazebeans to really download what went wrong in that game. But already we're seeing the adaptation. Mazebeans is not going for anything silly, but does have to be aware of those minecart reflectors.
Well, you talked about, with Gaia, right? Oh, no.
That's probably fine, right? Okay.
I was going to say, you talked about with Gaia about how he would be mining a lot more. I feel like a lot of people don't like to know the difference between Steves, but you can see the difference between Steves with Maze and Gaia quite well. I feel like Gaia, I feel like Maze doesn't really like to save the resources much. He's all about the aggression side, you know what I mean? He loves to burn his resources and just get the stock quickly, like you saw there. Gaia likes to build his time up, you know what I mean?
I don't think I've ever seen Maze go for that kind of off-stage 2-block mine stall.
Yeah.
So I think that's a good kind of difference maker right there. As the TNT is flying. What the hell?
I don't know. Right. I don't know if he's powering up or what.
I think it just needs to wake himself up.
And he seems to be working on it right now. This stock lead. Very unsafe F smash. You're going to get yourself F smashed in the face for it. Has the gold. Going to be way quicker normals now. Going to be a lot harder to deal with.
That is true. TNT there just to dissuade a little bit of ledge nonsense as just shielding it. Streakz once again is still going to survive. Not quite strong enough just yet. Avoiding it. Got to make his way. Oh, this is it. Got to make his way through the McDonald's play place. All right. There's a Happy Meal on the other side, but the tech ain't going to save you. As he's just got that wall to play with. Streakz just not expecting that. Caught very surprisingly unawares. Once again battling. Save that jump. That's good stuff. Still living. That's okay. You can take those trades, but that one's going to seal the deal. Yeah,
and this game actually might be over. It's going to have to be a GG's go next to the game 4. Because it's not looking too right for Streakz right now. Mazebeans just kind of figuring some stuff out. But again, catching the back into the face. Not done and out yet.
Certainly, there's a lot of iron to play with, though. And there's Diamond on deck. There's the spot dodge. This is going to be a nice, little healthy Steve tax right there. A simple 60. you know, you'll be fine, I'm sure. Okay, what's the plan now? I feel like it's like an ad for like a terrible mobile game where it's like, how can you solve the puzzle? Correction, you can't, as that's game. Mazebeans on the board with 1.
That game ended in an absolute flash. Even the guy back there is absolutely flabbergasted.
Bro,
on what the hell is going on. He's asking Pelly for options.
He's hornswoggled. He's honeyfuggled, man. Look at that face. Streakz is very. Streakz is pretty. This is.
I mean, yeah.
It's
to me, it's just another day in the office.
You take this on the chin.
Yeah, exactly. You got to take it on the chin, wipe it off. You know what I'm saying, and just go ahead into the next one. Game 4, though, PS2.
Yeah, PS2. A few interesting sort of differences in the way Steve Mine's on here, but mainly I think the difference maker is just going to be the size, all right, the size of this stage and the blast zones as well. A lot of room to run, a lot of room to maneuver. But since we've already kind of established Mazebeans isn't really, and you know, a big asterisk is Mazebeans isn't really as campy.
Yeah.
So this distance isn't going to help too much. Oh, all right, just a little bit of a dissuasion. Looks like there was an accidental pause right there.
I
going over.
I think he was SDIing so hard, he clicked the start button, which is hilarious. I don't know why pause is still on, but either way, it's going to be unfortunate for you to kind of give up that stock, but you can still work with it.
Yeah, definitely. We've got 82 on Mazebeans, right? If he finds a kill, it could be it, as we're going to see what we can do. Oh, caught with a tilt. I just like the idea. That he got hit with one forward jab. And he's like, well, all right, whatever. I don't want to wait through the cutscene. I'll just skip it as we're sent out.
Just, you know, skip it. Why not? Go to the next stock.
It's like in a Pokemon game where, like, after save and quit, you just skip the credits. As skipping his life right there,
no
sending him down
on
the
spike. Block and nourish. These games are flying by. We might see the game 5 Streakz has to do a lot of work now.
I think so. There it is. Can we get 2 stocks down? I do believe, but you do have to get inside Mazebeans' head. And honestly, that in the inside of Mazebeans' head sounds like a terrifying place.
For sure, but how do you land?
I wouldn't want to be there too long.
This is the worst place, I'd say. You know, how does Steve land so carefully? Has to opt for the anvil.
Yeah, let's find out. Ooh, barely avoiding it right there. I like the fact that Streakz just doesn't get scared.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And we're already back in it, Nut We're already back in it. Even with, you know, giving a stock up early, Streakz is already back in it. Look at the damage. We wanted to get a little bit more. The advantage state, not falling for the jabs, backing away, lasers, poking at him, tickling them. Any type of residual damage you can get.
That's the stuff, just beating down these plays. Oh, just beating down enough blocks that he can goad Maze into chasing him and then just dashing out and finding an advantage.
Yeah.
That's the stuff from Streakz. So intelligent, so smart, so deadly. As we do get a nair coming out. That minecart just a little bit misplaced from Mazebeans there as another nair comes through.
Oh,
there's the illusion.
Side B on shield though. Mazebeans not ready for it. Streakz' turn now. Mazebeans throwing at the jab, throwing at the grab, wants to off the block, but Streakz not giving it to him. Holding away, controlling center stage. You can mine as much as you want. I just want the spacing.
That could have been it, but the drift is just a bit too much. There's a down air. Could this be it?
Oh!
Barely not. Barely
no
not
way.
it.
Reads the tech away, just a bit slow on the up smash, on the trigger.
Oh, that's the last powered minecart. I don't believe there's another one on deck. Still got the gold, of course. There's the metal block. That's it!
And even with throwing your stock away, even with the matchup, even with all, you know, things against you, Streakz